So Lokix, despite such poor stats across the board, is one of the top class Pokemon in the underused tier. And that's not just on the casual ladder. Even in semi-serious tournament play, Lokix is still one of the most used Pokemon in the underused tier. Why is this the case? Folks, although this is not the first Why is Lokix Good video out there on the YouTube, I'm going to leave you the ultimate secret and reason as to why this is the case. Stick around till the end, as the last reason shall be something that will blow your mind to a certain extent, but something I guarantee that most of you will agree with. So Lokix, despite its low stats and rather mediocre offensive typing, is one of the best offensive masterminds of underused in Generation 9. There are two main reasons why Lokix is finding such success despite having below average stats, and that is because of the Tinted Lens ability. For those of you who did not know, Tinted Lens, an old ability at that, nonetheless is an ability that allows the Pokemon's attacks that are not very effective to do double damage, essentially cancelling out your not very effective hits. And Lokix is the ultimate Tinted Lens abuser in the underused tier, and in any tier for that matter. There are not that many Pokemon that quad-resist Lokix's stabs. So more often than not, Lokix will be firing off an unresisted attack. Which leads me to explain why Lokix is so popular, being the third most used Pokemon in underused currently in Generation 9. It's very easy to use if ever you are stuck in a position where you do not know what to do. Regardless of what you click with Lokix, it will be the right decision, as your attack shall not be resisted. It might not be the best decision, but it will be the right decision. The second reason why Lokix is finding success is that its move pool complements the Tinted Lens ability quite creatively. Lokix has access to two of the most powerful priority moves in the game. First Impressions even outruns other faster boosted priority users, while Sucker Punch can pick off any faster threat. And the fact that the faster threat cannot resist the Sucker Punch, and faster threats tending to lean towards frail offensive builds, means that Lokix is often finding revenge against some of the most powerful Pokemon in underused, like Latios for example, or Ogerpon. Besides Lokix's excellent ability and great priority moves and ease of use, Lokix is also a very versatile Pokemon. It can function on a variety of team archetypes and still perform a function against most team archetypes. On Hyper Offense, there is a Lokix set that dropped its Bug Stab in favor of Swords Dancing and playing Sucker Punch mind games unto victory. And the fact that nobody can resist this attack reliably means that it will always dish out heavy damage. Lokix is one of the perfect antidotes against Hyper Offense and offensive builds. No matter how quick and how strong the opponent's Pokemon gets, the fact that they have to consider Lokix's first impression, revenging them and deleting all their efforts, puts a damper on Hyper Offense. In any tier, it's no wonder that many offensive-minded Pokemon often run Protect solely to deal with the Lokix's first impressions. And another point that adds to Lokix's ease of use, besides the double damage against resisted targets, is that Terrestrialized Bug with the quick first impressions amps up the damage to 11, and even against defensive pivots, Tinted Lens ensures that no matter what move you click, some type of significant and relevant damage shall be done unto the defensive wall. And if all else fails, and one thing that makes Lokix extremely unique is that if all else fails, the Tinted Lens U-turn, stab U-turn, often terror boosted U-turn, is one of the easiest clicks in the game to make, often with no drawback and massive momentum grabbing. And if you're crazy or you're feeling lucky, you'd be surprised how powerful Choice Band Terra Bug Lokix can actually be. Many offensive-minded and semi-defensive-minded Pokemon like Sizzle, Tornadus and Quaquaval, they fall in one attack, and losing a Pokemon is more often than not irrecoverable damage, and the quicker nature of that first impression ensures that you can get an early initiative versus the opponent. Before we hop into the main reason that nobody's talking about, and why I believe Lokix is finding massive success in Generation 9, I want to encourage you folks to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you have not done so already, as we shall be doing a lot more of these. However, the main and grim reason I believe Lokix is finding success is that it is a product of the environment. Lokix finds itself introduced in a generation that allows terrestrialization, and Lokix is the ultimate terrestrialization counter, as Tinted Lens doesn't care about terrestrialization. Another product that Lokix is a child of is the National Dex cut. Many gimmicks and Pokemon that used to exist that could offer competition unto Lokix are no longer there. If you look at the national decks unused, overused staples such as Enamorous Theory and Pokemon with giant base stat totals like God of War Gallade combination, Mega Venusaur, Mega Aerodactyl. There are other defensive answers that have simply been sliced from the game. Celesteela would have been an excellent answer, to name one. And the other thing that ensures Lokix's success is the removal of auxiliary moves that many Pokemon had to offer. Toxic used to be a TM, and everybody learned Toxic, even Skarmory, and Rotom Wash if you wanted to. The fact that many defensive walls cannot augment their move set with the near mandatory Toxic in Generation 9 is only a point of favor in Lokix's books. Moves such as Pursuit and Hidden Power have been removed, so Lokix does not have the experience in staring down a Pokemon it's supposed to beat, only to be destroyed by a stray Hidden Power. Lokix has not had to deal with the pressures of generational gimmicks, such as Z-moves, such as Dynamax. If all those factors had to come into play, as we can see in the national decks, Lokix will find itself completely outclassed. Also, as a side note, I forgot to mention that Generation 9 was actually the ban of sleep moves, so Lokix playing in a sleepless generation also adds to its enormous success that it has had. But I digress. So there you have it, folks. Exit has given unique Pokemon a chance to shine, some more than others. But in an honest world, where nothing has been stolen and hidden away behind code and the rulebook, Lokix is actually quite a average Pokemon in my opinion. Folks, we're gonna leave it at that. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Also, let me know, what do you think about Lokix in Generation 9? Why do you think it is so successful? And are you an avid Lokix supporter? What checks and counters have you found are reliable to take on the unresisted attacks from the Lokix? I'd love to know your thoughts. But nonetheless, we shall be U-turning out. Until next time, folks, thanks for watching.